Yo, what's going on, Giants fans? I hope you're having a good day. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Giants receiver, Isaiah Hodgins, and how he's been performing at a high level lately. To me, he's kind of proved, he could be a future, starting receiver for this team. He's he's got into the system. He's been in it for a little while now, a couple of weeks, maybe. I think his first appearance was the Thanksgiving game in Dallas, and he had a touchdown, got called back. He's been playing really well. I think him and Daniel Jones have built similar chemistry, and it's wouldn't be the first time he found a receiver off the streets that has proven to be a star in this league. His name is Victor Cruz. And when Victor Cruz came in, very similar age. I know Victor Cruz was a an older type of rookie, but Isaiah Hodgins, when he came here, same age. When he started performing, 25. Victor Cruz, 25. We might have found Daniel Jones as number one option. Maybe not obviously a number one receiver, but he looks like his chemistry with him. Like he trusts him. A lot of throws he gives to him, or on the sideline, like the one he made, or he gives him one on one balls. He gives him gives him an inside throw. He doesn't really do that with other receivers. I think this has honestly been his best receiver in his career. And it might sound crazy to say, but for the weeks he's been playing, he's been probably. His route running is really good. He has really good hands. He's a lengthy receiver. He's tall. He's 6'3", 6'4". I think this guy is going to be a beast eventually. He fits the scheme very well. I think that has to do with a lot of the Brian Dable knowing what his strengths are, because he was the offensive coordinator at Buffalo when he was at the team. But this is a guy that cleared waivers. He didn't clear waivers because we picked him off waivers, but we weren't the first team in the waiver order. Nobody wanted Isaiah Hodgins. This is what makes our GM smarter than most GMs. Instead of giving up the draft capital everybody else wanted to give up for Jerry Jeudy, Chase Claypool, or whoever else we want, Brandon Cooks, or signing Odell Beckham to a massive contract. He went and got a guy that's a 6th round pick, cheap contract, and he's performed better than all those guys. Odell Beckham's been injured, didn't play at all this year, which makes it even better not to sign him because he can't even play. I guess it was just nostalgia, what Giants fans really wanted, but this guy could ball. You just see right there, he has got good hands, good awareness. A lot of the times he's very aware of where he is. He'll catch the ball and he'll know he's 2 guards with the sticks, and he'll just fall backwards and let his body weight lead him to the first down. He's a very smart football player. Come on, this is a sum find by Joe Shane. I really think he could be the number 2 receiver, or at least the number 3 receiver on this team. I think he could be a similar type of signing like Victor Cruz. It's been a very good signing. I don't think we would have made it this far without him. Big player in the playoff game, as you saw. He 100 yards, career high in the biggest moments. His biggest game of his career. He played with a sprained ankle, I think. I don't know if it's a sprained ankle, but it was bruised or whatever. It was a really bruised picture. But if you get some of the stats, I can show you guys what he's done. Show on second. Here's Victor Cruz. We signed Victor Cruz, and Victor Cruz, his first year, 2010. He was on the practice squad, and he only played preseason, and he suited up for 3 games, but didn't start. He just suited up, and then you go to 2011, which was his breakout year. Which this is a misleading game start. I guess because he was a slot receiver, so I don't think it counts as a starting receiver. So instead of saying it's whatever, but look at this. Eli Manning, this was his guy. This was his go-to for the longest time. Until his injury, and then OBJ came along. But this was his go-to guy. And you go to Isaiah Hodgins, his first game, it was the Lions game. Or no, was it it might have been the Texans game. It was the Texans game where he actually, I thought he was Kenny Galladay. Whoa, Kenny Galladay. That was actually a nice play, but then it was Isaiah Hodgins. So not only did we get a similar player to what Kenny Galladay we wanted him to end up being, he could end up being better. Kenny Galladay wasn't a top pick either, but these have been productive numbers. He was new with the scheme. Not really new with the scheme, but he was familiar with the scheme. new with the team, no chemistry. Not a bad first game as like a fifth string receiver. Against the Lions, he didn't really play at all. He had that one bad fumble at that game. The Cowboys, he had a touchdown knocked out the board, so he would have had like 50 yards and like 4 catches. That's not what he really showed up in the tie against the Commanders, where he had the 5 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. And then you started seeing him get more involved in the offense, and he's a really good run blocker too, which goes over some people's heads. He makes, I mean, on that pitch play, the Barkley, it went to his side, and he sealed the defensive end. If you guys want to go look back at the play, I wish I could pull it up, but I don't want to get copyrighted or anything. But then you have the Eagles game, which was he had another touchdown. And then the next Commanders game, he had a pretty big catch and some really good blocks. That one catch got on the 97-yard drive, I think it was, or 95-yard, whatever. It was a long drive, and he caught the big one to put us in the 5-yard line, Wildcat, Saquon, touchdown. And then you go to the Vikings game, and then this is where he really arrived. I mean, he really showed up in this game. Very reliable receiver. I mean, he was destroying Patrick Peterson, and he was going at it with him. And then you go to the Vikings game, to the Colts game, and he showed up there too. And I think he got pulled, and then he didn't play against the Eagles because they rested the starters. And that goes to show a lot that they didn't want to play him because he's a really important piece of this team. And then you get to the Vikings game Sunday. I mean, he was productive. I mean, he was making some crazy catches, like the one on the sideline, the touchdown. That route was like that was a really good post route. We haven't had a guy that can run a route like that in some time now. I mean, Rich James isn't one of the best route runners. Darius Slayton's is kind of like a fast receiver. He's not like a route runner. He could run drags or whatever. He's just fast. But Isaiah Hodgins, he kind of does bring like a little bit of like the same. He's not like Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs, the way he runs his routes, he like uses his hands. Isaiah Hodgins uses his hands when he runs routes. This guy, what a find this was for us. I mean, he could be a really important piece for this team, and we found him off the streets, and we really have to do anything to get him. I mean, a lot of times he just knows just to fall back and use his body. I think their Shane has found somebody here, and he might be an important piece of this team next year, where we don't have to go find another receiver. They go and get some, like, we need a number one receiver regardless, but maybe you don't need to get that other number two. So I think Isaiah Hodgins has done a hell of a job for the Giants. I think he's going to continue. He's getting respect around the league. As you see in Good Morning Football, he was on today. He might be on the Tiki and Turney show this week. But other than that, he's been very good for us. And in his chemistry, Daniel Jones has been through the roof for the amount of time he's been on the team. So, that's all you want. A guy that just come here and just play for you. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what I can do better. I'll leave my Twitter in the description below if you guys want to go follow that. You don't have to. It's fine, whatever. Won't get offended. But I hope you guys have a good night. See you guys.